Hello, everybody. Scare Titan here. I am going to be giving y'all a bit of a short animation update as far as Afida goes. It's the next film that will be coming out shortly after Nibiru Crisis 2. I know that I haven't been putting as much content as I was really hoping for, and I have been putting quite a bit of that while I was on a bit of a hiatus, but probably not enough. And I apologize if I wasn't putting as much as I was wanting to, but I think it should be a sufficient enough content to kind of put up in there. And Kami Phasma Part 1's full movie is already premiered, and that was on August 13th. And on September 6th, Kami Phasma Part 2's full movie will be premiering. But before that, Nibiru Crisis 2 will be premiering on the 29th at 6 p.m. So if you have not got to do so already, be sure that you save into what was it? Save this for later in the playlist, I think it was. And then just have your notifications on. And I know I don't want to force y'all to be putting on notifications. It's YouTube has been pretty bad with their policies, so if we can just try to roll with it just for a little longer, unless something big happens, I'd appreciate that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just get on with the short update. It shouldn't really take too long to go over, but this is one of the scenes that will be seen at the beginning of the film where Flan and Teddy Roosevelt visit Abraham Lincoln's birthplace, where they would go there and they discuss a few things that's regarding to their American history and all that sort of stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and get the, let's see. Okay, that's 8. Yeah, so 8 is for rendered. So here we are. So I did some lighting all around the area. It's daytime. Here's our good buddy Roosevelt over here. Teddy Roosevelt, I should say. Not to be confused with FDR, but Teddy himself. This would be after he finishes his presidency. It's not really a whole lot, but it should be kind of more character focused in the film. I think there's that. I mean, I don't want to reveal too much, but at the same time, there's not really a whole lot in Afida, so it's just not going to really be all that much, if I'm being honest. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up real quick. I want to find something that's a little bit more. Actually, I can go ahead and show this one off. This is. Let me just go all the way back for a little bit. This next one is also part of the beginning, where Flan and Spyro are seen in the Foxhaven condo. I'm actually going to go ahead and switch this over to. Just to preview. So I did carry over some elements from previous maps. Some of those from Megaterror's opening sequence where Velvet was listening to the tape. And also looking over at some of the maps where I can add in the stars. And I've also added in this glass right here for the window. Now, truth be told, I couldn't find the exact reference for how the Foxhaven condos are designed usually. They typically, and this is from experience because I have been to one before. That was like several years ago when I visited. But anyway, they would usually be within around the same kind of dimension right here. So it wouldn't just be this open gap right here. I did my damnedest to find like a floor plan to what the second floor for the Foxhaven condo usually looks like. And this is just the result, you know. I mean, references definitely do help, don't get me wrong, but when you can't find that, you would have to just try to work with what you got. References are important, by the way, so if even professional artists do this as well, so just bear that in mind. But right over here, I have this light up here. A cool thing that I did during production, actually I'm going to go ahead and turn this off real quick. I want to just showcase, no, that's not it. Because originally I was just going to have like a second Velvet model to show up, but no. I'm going to go ahead and just have this up here. Okay, so In one sequence, when they're about to go to bed, the light turns off. Of course, you don't get to see that in action, but the lights do turn off in a different camera. But that's just another technique that I use to just kind of give some visual interest, you could say. I mean, it's not really so much animated, but it's more so just kind of showing some of the motion in a similar manner to what Akuma did, where because it's a choppier animation, so things are going to look a little less animated, which is not always the case. I mean, have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters? I mean, it's animated as all hell, even if it's choppy, but it's great, by the way. So anyway, so here's a couple posters I've added into the rooms. That's pretty much it as far as Afida goes. I'm not going to showcase more maps. It's going to be showcased when the early premiere for that comes out, and then the episodes will follow. So, but that's pretty much it. It's a fun, focused story. It's a very short one compared to Nibiru Crisis 2, because I realized that with Nibiru Crisis 2, there was so much in the film that exceeds 70 minutes in length, I think. It's almost about 70 minutes in length. I would say maybe about 69 minutes or so. But anyway, it's almost close to um, about an hour and 10 minutes. Whereas with most films that I did before, in Blender anyways, is that they would typically last from 45 to about 57 minutes, usually. Because Akuma and Nibiru Crisis 1 were about 50 minutes, and the other films were like 20 to 30 to even 40 minutes in length. But yeah, this is probably going to be the shortest one out of all the films. And then I'm going to be jumping right into Fall of Norgarchy, and then I'm going to be heading full speed into Godzilla Minus 3, which is going to be a big one to work on. It's not so much it's as big as it's in terms of roster, but more so just how much story this is going to reveal in Godzilla Minus 3. But that's all that there is. So I'm going to be having some more stuff coming along the way. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys make it for Nibiru Crisis 2's premiere. Catch you all next time.